before you is an under committee on pending bills. Before I continue, we'd like to start with a word of prayer. Almighty God, who is in your wisdom and goodness, has appointed the officers of leaders and county assemblies for the welfare of society and just government of the people. We beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants, whom you have been pleased to call to performance of important trust in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our county and of those whose interest you have committed to our church. Amen. Thank you very much. Before we continue, we would like the CEC and the CEO to take over.
I, Judith Chirchir, do swear that the evidence I shall give before this committee is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
I, Richard Fanui, do swear that the evidence I shall give before this committee is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Thank you. Now we can introduce ourselves. I would like to introduce the committee, beginning with myself. My name is Vincent Korir. I'm the chair of this committee and also representing Londiani Ward. Let me start beginning with the far end, my left. Honorable Gilbert.
Okay, thank you, Chairman. I'm Gilbert Ngetich Kimaros, MCA Kishara Ward, member to the committee.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Philip Mutai, member to this committee.
Chairman Rotich Moses is my name, and a member to this ad hoc committee.
My name is Honorable Protich Rogon, MCA representing Sigwa West. I'm the vice chair of this ad hoc committee.
Aaron Rotich, MCA Seretut, and the member of this committee, Karabunsan.
Thank you, Chair. I'm Kibet Peter, MCA Kausu Ward, member to the committee.
And I'm Kibet Posovin Hillary, MCA Jeblanget Ward, and a member to this committee. Thank you.
Beatrice Jepkimwe, member to this committee.
Anthony Ruto, MCA Kipkelian Ward, member.
I'm Sharon Mibe, Deputy Clerk in charge of Legislative, Legal and Procedure.
My name is Kipkuru Bernard, Research Officer.
Welcome, my name is Abraham Langat, in charge of Administrative Services.
I'm Kimoto Liston, Ansad Officer.
And I'm Rose Mutai, the Principal Clerk.
Give to our guests, introduce themselves. We have two who have not introduced themselves.
Honorable Chair, my name is Dennis Ruto, Principal Youth Training Officer and the in charge of Quality Assurance, Vocational Education and Training.
Mr. Chair, I'm Kiplangat Richard, State Social Welfare Officer, Department of Education. Thank you.
Thank you. Before we proceed, I would like to read for you the terms of reference for this committee. so that you can be able to understand what we are doing. First of all, this committee wants to ascertain the pending bills for the last 3 financial years. That is 2022, 2023, 2023, 2024, 2024, 2025, from the all county departments, which includes Department of Education. We want to ascertain all the requisitions for the last 3 financial years versus the expenditure. We would like to ascertain all the procurement works done in the past 3 financial years. We would like to determine what was paid in terms of work, goods and services, including consultant services, by obtaining IFMI statements and any other valid document used to set the debts by the county government of Kericho. We would like to deduce the pending bills that have already been settled and provide proof of settlement per department per financial year. We would like to establish the outstanding pending bills and budgetary allocations for the said outstanding pending bills per department per financial year. We also want to establish the effect of settlement of pending bills on proposed new projects and approved projects in all county government of Kericho. We will also find out the causes of pending bills in each department and propose mechanisms that ensures that practices that occasion pending bills are minimized. This is not limited to the disciplinary processes for state officers and public servants responsible for plunging the county into pending bill cycles. We will propose a clear roadmap, including county legislations on how to come to tame the menace of the pending bills in the county of Kericho. This report will be the finding of this house within 30 days from the date of approval. Thank you very much. Before we start the session, I would like to pose some questions to you. Briefly, maybe you can explain to us or demonstrate to this house the status of pending bills for the last 3 years.
Thank you. Education has no pending bills on the years under reference. That is 2022-23, 23-24, and 24-25.
Now, maybe you want to say you didn't have previously any pending bill, even that has been settled. When it was paid in this financial year, do you have any other pending bill that existed before and maybe has been settled?
Maybe also, Chairman, through the Chair, additionally the same. When Waziri mentioned that the department has no existing pending bills, maybe she can divide to us what the pending bill is, and if any pending commitment for that matter.
Okay, first of all, a pending bill is when work has been done and has not been paid, becomes a pending bill. Thank you.
So you want to say all the projects, you were able to pay for all the projects?
Yes, we were able to pay for all of them.
Chair,
yes.
Maybe the question goes to the development side and so also recurrent. So can you clarify if in terms of development you don't have pending bills, what about recurrence? Or you don't have also pending bills?
We don't have
and
pending
also,
bills. Sorry.
When we say pending bills, are the projects or any current which a financial year elapsed before paying, then you use the next financial budget to pay. So unless you are confirming to this committee that there was no any project in 2023 which you use 2024-2025 budget to pay. Is that your stand?
Okay, thank you. When there is a pending bill, at the beginning of the financial year, we pay pending bills as first charge. Then we continue with the projects for that year. So for 2022, for 2020-23, we paid. For 23-24, we paid. Now for 24-25 projects, we've not completed some, and therefore we are still waiting to see how many pending bills we are going to have. But for 22, 23, and 24, we don't have pending bills because we paid.
Chairman?
Maybe something to add?
Yes, thank you, Chairman. Probably the issue could be how we understand and interpret the question of the pending bills. By the time we took over in 2022, there was, of course, some pending bills that had not been paid and we cleared. But for the others, since 2022 to date, because we have the documents with us here, every other time we have given out the jobs, we have made sure that we have cleared. If not within that financial year, it becomes the first charge as a commitment, not as a pending bill. Because the commitment is where, like now, somebody is undertaking maybe constructing a classroom. And by the time of payments, that person has not surrendered the documents fully or has not convinced us that he has to be paid. So in the next financial year, they are given normally as the first charge, but under commitments. There are those that have been completed but have surpassed the financial year without having been paid. That one now qualifies to become a pending bill. But this one is a situation where he has not qualified by the time of the end of financial year, but it's ongoing. So we treat it as a commitment. And this commitment since 2022 to 2023, and I want to apologize in case of any mishap, we have been able to commit and pay all of them to date.
Let me ask one question. Normally, there is what you call retention. Okay. And sometimes retention will be paid after because you still retain so that you wait for anything in case there is a crack, in case there is anything to be painted, you pay after. I believe it stays even for 1 year. So do you want to say when you don't have retention that is still pending?
For all those who have cleared and they have applied for retention, because retention qualifies after some legal threshold in time, when it has reached, say, after 6 months, 1 year, then the person qualifies to apply again for us to go and check whether whatever he constructed is still solid and strong, or if there are cracks, then we use the retention money to pay them. Since 2022, we have made several retention fee we have paid, having been convinced that the structures are still strong. And we have not fully paid the retentions depending on the concerned contractors coming to claim for the same. So we normally don't write for them to come for the retention, rather it's the other way around. When they come, we go check and then we write a report. Once the officers confirm that the structure is okay, we pay them. And I think we have a few who have not come for retention until now.
Okay, Chairman, can pause? So let me invite you to claims by the contractors of the Association of Contractors. There is one Peter Koech who did 2 ECD classrooms at Jepseon in 2016-2017 financial year, worth 1.5 million. It is claimed that everything is documented, but it is a pending bill. We have joining Chemngetich, South Rift Technical Institute, and that is in my ward, driving school bursary, driving school bursary dispense, I don't know. It is worth 10 million. That is 2021-22, and the owner claims he has all the documentations. It was supposed to cover 8 wards. Kenny Keegan, This is was ECD 2024-2025 toilet, 745,000, fully documented. Enokorir, of course, the company is Nature Engineering Limited. Barege Youth Classroom, 2024-25, 1.5 million. That is in Soliat, fully documented, but not paid. Remline Holdings. So this one, it is Culture Center Kiricho, 4.2, that is in Kipchebel, fully documented. It's a pending bill. We have Betty Chebet, Negrade Engineering, erection to completion of VCT classroom of Tembo Ward, Tendeno Soget, 1.499 and 999,000, fully documented. It's a pending bill. Then we have two more. One is Matthew Egon, Works on Technologies, proposed construction of Nyagacho, one classroom, that is in Kamashan, 2024-2025. It's a pending bill, and he claims to have full documentation. And the last one is Willie, that is Wheeler Technical Agency Company Limited, erection and completion of 4 ECD classrooms in 2016-2017 at 1.537 million. I don't know how possible is that for ECD classrooms. At 1.5 million, that is in 2016-2017 financial year. That is a pending bill. So as it is, the total pending bills in your department is 22,661,581. Can you confirm, because when you first made your remarks, CC, you said you do not have a single pending bill. Can you confirm to this committee?
Classrooms, sorry for that. And as a result, we've been following this case to date. That is supposed to be paid that amount, which is meant for 2 classrooms, but the value at the moment, that is the value for 1 classroom if it is made of stone, natural stone. So the case has been addressed at the level of the Director of Supply Chain Management, and it is still under diagnosis, because here is a contract that is for 2 classrooms, and the person has only constructed 1 classroom. The amount is supposed to be paid is meant for the 2 classrooms, but he has only completed 1 classroom. So I want to confess that this is a case that we are still following, and the contractor concerned has been coming to us, and we've been trying to look for ways and means in which we can be able to probably do documentation so that it can suit and fit what he did. When he was asked why he did not complete the 2, there was a question of land, the size of the land, that the land that he was allocated would not be enough for 2 classrooms. That technicality, Chairman, created a bit of a problem on our end, and so far it does not meet the legibility status. So it falls under non-legible until and unless these gaps are addressed. And I want to confess that it is something that is ongoing. Coming to Joylin, on the South Rift Tech on bursary, we came and found... Yes?
Chairman, before you continue,
yes,
do you verify that there is no enough land on the same, you as the CEO? And before you procure any work, understand the PQ, the QS should visit site before generating the PQ to develop any project. So when you are generating the PQ, you are generating as per the report from the QS. So can you prove this house, or you generated only the PQ minus visiting the site?
Thank you. This is a 2016-2017 case that we found pending, and we have sent the QS many times, not once, to go and verify the real situation on the ground. And upon reaching the ground, it was established that the concerned contractor did not complete the 2 classrooms as it is in the contract letter. So I want to admit that the contract letter read 2 classrooms. That time I cannot fully commit on whether they had been shown the same land that cannot accommodate 2 classes, but this is a case that I've said we are still trying to find out, but it's a 2016-2017 project. And what we had almost concluded is that we're paying for the 1 class that he completed, so that the other class, which he did not build, we just ignore. But the question was, how do we cure in the documentation? And that is why I'm saying the case has been escalated to the level of the Director of Supply Chain Management.
Chairman, as the CEO is answering to us, you realize, CEO, what is happening and the thorn in our flesh, all of us, is the pending bills. Pending bills remains the first charge always. Okay. So that in an existence of any problem, there must be a percentage that we contribute as a department. And additionally, again, CEO, government offices are perpetual. So that when you came in 2022 and take up the office, you inherit the blessings in that office, you inherit the complaints in that office, you inherit all that appertains to the office. We are now close to 3 years post assumption of office, and again we are going into the 4th year without really addressing this issue of someone who did the works in 2016-2017, and it seems at your own disposal, it looks like it is not really appearing on the documentation. The purpose of this ad hoc committee on pending bills is that we declare everything in existence, including the eligible, including the illegible, so that we have a conclusive approach towards these matters once and for all, so that as we move to this new financial year of 25-26, at least we will have addressed historical pending issues. Maybe commit to this house on how, I realize when Honorable Ogonye read to you these issues, it looked like there were these issues are already within your desk for action. Maybe give us guidance on how you are going to address these issues. For cases of 2024-25 works, maybe this may not be really classified as pending bills, because we are not at that yet. I think the Association of Contractors were just preempting cases of we might be carried forward into a pending bill situation. The real thing that you have confirmed to us that it is in existence at your desk is one for Peter Koech, and also one for the last one for Wheeler Technical Agency. So maybe for this, for 24-25, it is still within the timelines for address. Yeah.
Thank you. So I want to commit on behalf of the department that the case of Peter Koech, which is being reviewed, once advised by the Director of Supply Chain Management, we shall be able to comply because the case is in existence. But for Joylin, this one of bursary has been an issue that has been addressed at different levels. And there are documents to the effect that all the issues pertaining to bursary 2021-22 that related to driving schools, there is an audit document that stopped any payment to anything pertaining to driving schools. And the last time we were handling this case with the Education Committee, chaired by Cheriot Bet, we together sat and discussed at length and went into details of those claims of driving schools. And we went back to our records and we realized that it was not included in the budget that year. Maybe I would say if you require full details of this, we can be able to submit at another date.
What you have mentioned about the auditor's comment, what was the contents of the comment? Was it adverse? Was it?
This was a special audit team that was meant to look at the bursary. And their recommendation was that these were not legible. They were not legible for payment. And therefore, the department from that time did not budget for these payments.
So if the audit committee did confirm that it was illegible, maybe our hands are tied at the moment. Thank you.
Honorable Anthony.
And so I wish, Mr. CEO, you could say it was not legible. But when it comes to budgeting, we had appropriated money for the same. In fact, I had 1 million to take care of the same. But later on, we were told whatever we did in terms of taking youths to driving schools was not legible. Thank you. But appropriation was done.
Okay, thank you. Now, Waziri and CEO, you see at first you came saying you don't have a pending bill, which we have to prove at some point. But now I saw you want to admit that the pending bill for Chepseon exists. Simply because though it came in 2016, 2017, I'm sure you were not there, but you see the responsibility still lies with you because somebody must have been there who most likely they are under you now and they understand even most technical part in terms of documentation, designs, all those things. And when you come to the issue of land, as one of my colleagues has said, you cannot go and erect a structure and then come back later and say the land is small. When you are doing a BQ, you are designing a BQ for two classrooms, knowing that the land exists for 2 classrooms. So what you need to do, because you see this, what I will require from you to understand again. You say there's a structure that was constructed already. I don't know, is it being utilized? Because you see, the interest is not even the contractor. The children who are supposed to be utilizing that structure must be suffering somewhere, because let me believe that it is not the project that was highlighted that there are children who are studying in a tree, under a tree, because even if it is not, maybe we'd like to know, who is it being utilized, or it is being, the structure is just around the compound, depreciating, because somebody has just put some money there. So you can clearly tell us, because the status is fully documented. If it is fully documented, it means it has every document that is required, including LSO and all those other documents. Kindly, we would like to know, do you have all the documents as claimed by the contractor that is fully documented? And if a project is fully documented, what is the next step if it is fully documented? So do we miss some documents? And again, I heard you saying that the engineer or QS has been going there severally. I don't know why they have to go there, coming back and going for all those years. And yet, if you want to go and get a report, you can also just go today, come back and compile a report, make a decision. Which decision do you require for you to ensure that the children who are supposed to be using the structure are not suffering? And again, if a contractor have used some money, you see, money, there's what you call time value for money. If I put in money in 2015, it's not the same money is being put in 2025. So maybe the reason why even we came up with this ad hoc committee is because some of the contractors that are working in the ground, some are our brothers, our children, they belong to this county. And they are the people who are providing services to this county. So we cannot say we want to dispute and say they are not supposed to be paid. They should be paid if they have done some work because they put in some money. And we also expect this classroom to be utilized. So we cannot be in a standoff and yet there is a child who is supposed to utilize this classroom since 2016. We are now in 2025 and we are still in a standoff, and somebody is going to the field every day using fuel and come back. We don't know what report you have done. So you need to be very clear on this and make a decision, because you are the decision makers. You can be able to establish, and also maybe if it is to be paid, let it be paid. If it's not eligible to be paid, let it be declared that it's not paid. Now, since you have you will need to explain every part, because you see this document is giving us, you have a pending bill of 22 million. So if you can say the 2024, 2025 is okay, maybe you can just run through and clear the other one so that we can be able to understand what the contractors are trying to communicate on the pending bills. And then we can harmonize, and later on we will make a ruling on this. Yes, Honorable Gilbert.
Thank you, Chair, for the opportunity. I was seeing this number 8 pending bill for WILA, technical agencies. I was seeing the description is that erection and completion of OECD classrooms, a cost of 1.5 million, that is 2016-2017. It happens that I was also joining the team of MCS during this time, and if the classes in which it is being cited here to be paid are the classes I know, CO and the CEC, I don't think this one is qualifying to be a pending bill, because even the classes are not being used by the pupils. They were much dilapidated. Toilets were condemned immediately. Classes equally were condemned. I don't know why we have it as a pending bill to be paid, yet the end result of our expectation in building a class is not met. So my challenge here is that I'm not actually endorsing number 8 to be a pending bill unless we have a reason, a candid reason of, could be the 4 ECD classes are functional in Jebseon. But if it is the same contractor who was doing the whole county, those toilets and classrooms which were built that time were condemned even before a year at that time. So, Chairman, this one we do not actually feel like even approving as a pending bill unless we be given other candid reasons of doing it. Thank you.
Maybe you can respond.
Thank you. Some of the projects were done before 20. Actually, when we go to the field, some of the toilets have been closed. Some of the classrooms have cracked. Some, even if you touch like this, the building is shaking. So if a contractor comes for payment, surely it is not possible. So we have been going around, we have seen all those projects, and it is very sad that the children are not getting, the service, because the contractor was irresponsible. The contractor wanted to make money. The contractor did not do a good job.
Thank you, Waziri. I'm also aware of the same, that in one of the ECD centers in Tendanasoget, the Tembua, that we have decided that we do a new classroom altogether, that the contractor is on site now. We had 2 ECD classrooms that were done in a way that was not satisfactory to the value for money and value for safety for our children. So if in that matter, I think it is prudent that the case be closed as it is, and also you do maybe a comprehensive report as a department, you visit all the sites so that it is closed once and for all, because after now moving to 2025, 2026, we are moving to another method of accrual accounting and program-based budgeting. So we need to close all the histories, either in a good way or in whichever way that needs to be closed. Thank you, Chair.
Chairman,
Yes,
one addition on the same. If indeed Waziri and CEO, you have visited such places like the Jepson one, I think it could have been, it could be good if we close those files once and for all, and to go to an extent of blacklisting site companies. I think we should not be awarding tenders or contracts to site companies. And I think my colleague has put it well, that site companies should be highlighted in black and white. And then we do away and close the file. That was my addition of the same.
Yes, sir. Could be, I expected the CEC to tell me why we have it as number 8, a list of pending bill. What convinced you to an extent of you highlighting to be a pending bill?
Maybe let me, for clarification, Honorable Gilbert, this is from the contractors.
Yes.
Oh, this is from the contractors.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Waziri, we are learning something very critical from the Honorable Rogony, that alongside around 2016, 2017, there was a period that bursaries were suspended in Kericho County because of irregularities that were committed. I don't know, when did this issue of driving school came in?
So that, Chairman, so that they can respond. It is unfortunate this Stephen finding itself here, because one, even the South Rift Technical Institute itself was not a licensed driving school. So it means, if you look at the schedule for 2021-2022, bursaries are not there. Meaning, these MCS intentionally inserted or they opted to do something to claim some payment, and purely this was meant for campaigns. I know Honorable Ruto, he should have been here because he is confirmed he had $1 million bob. But then, if the 1 million bob was captured here, then we could talk about that. So one of the things that we want to urge you, and Chairman, this is the only department that we do not have issues. Even when bursaries, when we are allocating bursaries, whenever there is a student who missed out or the money did not go to school, we would call Dennis Ruto to follow it up And some of those monies were remitted back to school. So what I'm simply saying, Waziri and CEO, in fact, we expect you to give us the documents that you have. The claims by members here for 2024-2025 is what is under your custody at the moment. And all the departments have not done payments for this financial year. So it means when you actually say you do not have pending bills, unless you tell us matters recurrent expenditure. But in terms of development, we might agree with you because even the contractors could not append their or make claims as other departments. Because a roads department, for example, has a huge pending bill. But then your department is fairly doing well. Keep it up because we expect work to be done in our wards. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you. Now, there's a task force report. I hope you have gone through the report at some point. And the report said the Department of Education had cleared pending bills up to 78%. It didn't say 100%. So where is the 22% from the task force report as per 31st December 2024? Do you still have some maybe inside the drawers, maybe not captured somewhere, not declared? Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, thank you. Maybe what I can comment is it is impressive that Department of Education is doing very well, and we also see your work on the ground, and also the quality of ECDs has really improved. At the moment, it has improved. Maybe what we only request is some of the works that were done before. Even in my ward, I have classrooms that when you look from outside, you think they are good, but now when you go inside, you will realize that they need to be demolished because anytime they can cause a disaster. So maybe you need to improve on that. Again, on the other issues that we maybe pass in our budgets, for example, equipping the ECDs, equipping the polytechnics, and the other works that's supposed to be done within the Department of Education. Otherwise, we truly believe that, and we do see that even if it's a rating from us, we know it's true. You are actually doing the right thing. Maybe what you need to do is fine-tune, especially the one for Chepseon. Kindly work out on it, make a decision, and also do a report. Now, maybe, what do you do as a department so that you are not having a pending bill? Is it that it's by luck, or there's something you are doing?
Maybe as also you answer that one, Waziri, this year's budget, we are almost closing. We had appropriated money for the recruitment of 210 ECD teachers, 30 instructors, and also for replacements of ECD teachers, nearly around 70 of them. What is the current status of the same?
Okay, Chairman, Moses has inquired actually what I thought also, because we are ending the year. I think that is what is pending with the Department of Education. It is becoming a pending bill now that you don't have a pending bill. We can call a legible pending bill, because we expect to really do that employment before we close this financial year. But saying the truth and without any exaggeration, you are doing good work in building of classes and toilets. In fact, they are very good, and the parents are seeing the real work from the department. So where you will actually seek our assistance, we will assist you because you are working. But now, assist us with the ECD teachers and those replacements and instructors. That is the pending thing in which I know you can accomplish before the closure of the financial year. Thank you.
Maybe Waziri, the sad reality. The sad reality. And maybe we would wish to see that Steve is here. Do you have the budget? Yes. In fact, even if it was on the mother budget. Yes.
So as is, yes.
Yes.
It's also looking for, that's where you can respond once, is you see we had allocated bursary to Department of Education, and during supplementary, the money went to other departments because of the decision by COB that we should not award bursary. Were you in any way consulted in utilizing that bursary somewhere? Because what we thought is the money should have remained within the Department of Education so that it can continue boosting education sector in any way. Maybe you can respond about that, because that was one of the things that maybe is affected the department.
Thank you. Let me start with that one. When we made our budget proposals to the assembly during supplementary, we did not touch bursary because the case was in court and we didn't know how the case would go. So we did not touch bursary. It was 190 million and some hundreds of thousands on top. We left it like that. We did not suggest that it could go elsewhere.
Yes. So what might have happened, issues of such magnitude normally comes up in a cabinet memo before inclusion or before exclusion and before the transfer of a line item. Did it appear in any part of the cabinet session?
Chairman, I'm surprised when such a talk comes from the CC who sits in the cabinet. I would have expected the CEO because he's not appearing there. Now, when you say the money was intact, what happened in the midst of the discussion in your cabinet before you resolve to really send the supplementary back to the assembly?
Thank you. We did not discuss the bursary. In fact, it was there.
Now, leave alone discussion, because you could check your department. How did the 190 million vanish?
Now, in that, when you were discussing supplementary, 190 million was still under bursary. In fact, I was going to ask.
Was it you are confirming the 190 million disappeared without your knowledge in the cabinet? Because I really presume that every CEC, when he or she sits in a cabinet, you defend your own budget. You check on the budget before its finalities. Because obvious, if you can actually assume you may end up realizing that the money is not there, but you cannot trace where the money is. Like the way you are confirming, the 190 was there at the closure of the meeting. What happens after?
Thank you. So maybe so that we have the budget with us here, and I will tell us what during supplementary we enhanced the basic salary by 35 million, and again the allowances by 12 million. Initially, your ceiling was 409 with the basic salary and 110. In supplementary, it is 444 million and 123. And one of the things, because we sat, in fact, the proposal by the CC in charge of finance did not have the recruitment money. So we did in the supplementary, and we agreed that whatever that we put then was enough for you to hire for 2 months in this financial year. And the payment was meant to cater for the 2 months, May and June. But then, still Public Service Board did not advertise. So what I'm simply putting in, Waziri, tell us what were these enhancements meant for? If it was not for the recruitment of the new ECD teachers, the instructors, and the replacement of nearly 70 ECD teachers across the wards.
I think when we got the money, it was only enough to cater for the deficit in salary, not for employment of any other person.
So, Waziri, what might have occasioned issues of deficit? Because at the beginning of each financial year, a budget is done in case there are allowances which may be incorporated along the way. At times it is accrued and carried forward to the following subsequent. Did you declare during the budget sitting that there were budget deficits so that we could consider within approving this budget? And also, Waziri, for purposes of clarity, when budget documents come from the executive, it is coming here as a bill. Then it undergoes the necessary nitty-gritty, necessary approvals. It becomes an act. When it is signed, it becomes a law. Waziri, where did you get the powers to utilize the 48 million in paying the salary deficit, which was not really meant for?
I think that question can be best answered by Department of Finance and not us. And when you are coming, you are prepared to answer these questions that we have been asked. So the rest of the questions that you could ask, you could give us the questions, we respond later, you give us time so that we respond. Because we had only prepared for this.
So the custodians of a budget, the Department of Budget, remains the user of the budget, so that in case you would wish to want to recruit, the requisition will not really come from the Department of Finance. It will come from the user department, and vice versa to the Public Service Board.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying in this budget, which is coming, 25-26, we have a budget for recruitment of ECD teachers and of instructors.
But we had it before. We had we had budgeted for, and especially for the replacement ECD teachers and the new, that is 210 new ECD teachers. So unless you are confirming that you are not conversant with the budget, because now where will the money go? And yet it was budgeted for.
Thank you. We even called the Committee of Education, and we went through the budget together, and we found out that there was no extra money to employ. We called the committee. Yes, with the committee. Yes,
Education.
yes.
And meaning that they are aware.
They are aware.
But they have not told us about the replacement.
Maybe you could ask them.
No,
about the replacement.
Replacement, there was no money for that.
Okay, Honorable Anthony.
Sorry, Chairman.
I think I have information from the budget officer and our team that there was a need for additional staff from the national government, and that's why this money was captured and it went to the salaries. So I think maybe moving forward now is when you need to capture the replacements of ECD teachers and the recruitment of the new ECD teachers. I believe that's what the status is as per now. So let us not push them hard, because I see the money was put in the right place.
Yes, thank you.
Now, maybe the issue, okay, now, Anthony.
You said the reason why you have not done so is because there is no money. I thought already the same had been budgeted. For example, in a school like Soil Conservation Primary School, the teacher who was there was already employed by the county government of Kericho, and she was promoted, meaning that when she was promoted, a vacancy is already there. And I wish you could explain to us clearly why the money is not there for replacement. I thought it was already budgeted for.
Thank you. Now the money is there because we've corrected those anomalies of shortage of salary. So now any teacher who goes or retires, we are going to replace. In fact, we have a number now, about 5 or 6, there are 9, that we are going to replace. So from now henceforth, there will be no issue. We are going to be replacing the teachers. But before, there was an issue of salaries, the deficit.
Can I inquire what caused the shortage of that salary?
No.
The deficit?
Let me rule.
Because I'm sure
Chair,
the staffs.
Honorable Gilbert, because we are digressing to other questions, which maybe they are not prepared.
Yes.
We were only focused today on pending bills.
Chairman, allow me to finish my sentence.
Finish, but let's focus on this. Let's focus on
because what made us not to have new teachers is the deficit which is existing. I don't see the reason as why you are seeing it to be a foreign question. Yet we have failed. We are working on a pending bill. We have a pending employment now as we speak. That's employment we expected in this financial year.
It is a serious issue.
It's a serious issue, Chairman.
That's why I'm saying.
Unless there is an SMS on what happened.
No.
We want allow us know.
Order, Chair.
The deficit will be there also because the team of employees who are really working for this county are there. Suppose there is another deficit this coming financial year, what will happen?
Order, Honorable Gilbert. I know, understand. Let's follow the TOR of this committee. I know those are the concerns from the Department of Education, and actually they are genuine concerns from the members. What I wanted to say is we will need to focus especially on what we gave them so that they can table what we asked and what we demand from them. Those other issues that are of importance, maybe we'll find a forum so that we can be able to answer very well.
Chairman, in fact, this is the right
The CEO and the CC are telling us that the Department of Education is aware. When the department, the committee fails, the ad hoc works. So allow us to investigate what is right for this county.
Kindly ask the relevant questions, Honorable Gilbert.
Chairman?
Ask the relevant questions as per.
That is very relevant. A deficit is a pending bill. A deficit of employment this financial year is a pending bill.
Let me give you an opportunity for one question per member so that we can be orderly. Kindly respond to.
Chairman, we are requesting something. What you are requesting is very valid.
I would like to hear from you. Kindly request, and then I give you a chance. And then
I have requested. You are trying to soil it down. You don't allow them to respond to us. Suppose there is a deficit in the government of
Let's not be emotional. Let's control our tempers and let's ask the relevant questions.
People are not employed, Chairman, and they are crying at the village. Yet the man was
Honorable Waziri, can you respond to Honorable Gilbert?
Okay, there will be no deficit in salary because we've corrected the anomaly, and we are going to employ, we are going to replace.
Thank you. Honorable Anthony, do you have any question? Okay.
Chairman, you know, the right department asked such a question, and it was prioritized in the mother budget and also in the supplementary budget concerning the same. And in fact, Chairman, there was a time that the department, through the department, they had advertised on replacement. But it just went like that. Our people applied for the various opportunities, but we don't know up to date the reason why it just went like that. And what was the reason of advertising? Because we could not be talking of the same issue, Chairman, and it was something to be to have been addressed long time ago. On the same note, unless the department proves, because when we have a line item in every budget that we are budgeted for this in terms of recurrent, in terms of development, when we were budgeted for recruiting new ECDA teachers, which mandate did they use? Chairman, you are the one asking about even the bursary. We had over 190 million, which we cannot account in the Department of Education. Was that not enough to employ or to recruit the new ECDA teachers? What is the mandate of the department? We need a clear clarification, Chair.
I hope you have finalized your questions. Honorable Rowan.
So mine is, as I said before, these are departments that do not have so many issues. The only, what I wanted to confirm is you talked about 5 that you know, replacement. But I can tell you in my ward, we have Rael, who was teaching in the school. She was taken as a supervisor. She's never been replaced. We lost 2 in a school, as Tonongoi, Chemegong, the same thing. So I'm simply saying, in my ward, I think replacement stands at 6. There is one for Cap Kaliet, which the madam is unwell, and she's unable to walk. Actually, she ceased going to school. So those are the kinds of, I'm now asking you, give us the number. I know you're supposed to talk about the pending bills, but because you do not have most of these pending bills, now this pending recruitment or replacement, what is the number across the county?
Thank you. For this, you know, we didn't prepare for this. We didn't expect you to ask us this question. We need to ask now our director. She knows, and we can't call her now. Give us time so that we respond to all of them. We give you the accurate number. I don't want to suggest or guess. We didn't prepare for that.
Maybe it can be done through a statement from this house.
That's fine.
Because I know there are concerns that members require, so that you can give us formal report on those issues that have been raised. Otherwise, do you still have any question, members?
Chairman,
Yes.
On addition, you know, we had some allegation on some pending bills amongst the Association of Contractors. So it would be wise if we supply them with those claims from the Association of Contractors, so that when they will be coming back, they will come with the response from the same companies. I think that would be prudent.
Thank you, Honorable Philip. They already have the documents. Do you still have, you can respond, CEO.
Thank you. I would only want to say something about replacements and about the advert that we gave. Waziri has ably said that we're going to issue a statement on the same to the committee upon being given time to do so. But I would say that we advertised around 2023, and we even did the shortlisting. But there was, immediately there was the confirmation of ECD teachers, and then the CRA, maybe this can be confirmed by the finance team, wrote to the county government to stop to stop further recruitment. We are at a very advanced stage because we were only waiting for them to come for the interviews. That shows the goodwill, because it was the Public Service Board that had advertised. We had gone for shortlisting, and we were waiting for the final bit to invite them for interview. Now, when that letter came from the Commission on Revenue Allocation, I think there was a temporary stop on employment. Number two is on all those who are on contract, who could have exited for one reason or another, were at any given time under a budget. But once a financial year ends, then a new budget starts. And normally you do not start plus those who are not there. And therefore, they were not captured in the budget. But for this PNP, when Madam said, when Waziri said that they will be replaced almost immediately, is because these 444 million that we have includes the salaries of those who have exited and are on PNP. Meaning, we will not be looking for other finances in future to replace a teacher who has left service. And the replacements of that matter will be those who have left on natural attrition, that is due to death, meaning that their money is still intact, but they have left. Those who have gone on transfer, or who have gone elsewhere, or those who have resigned. But for those who are coming on promotion, the same teacher takes part of the salary on being promoted and creates a vacancy here, which is not budgeted for. So what we are trying to do in future is we capture those institutions that lost their teachers because of promotions, so that when we'll be doing replacements, we include them in the budget. Otherwise, as she has said, we are going to do the replacements, God willing, because we already have a budget for it next financial year. Thank you.
Could you please come out clearly? Was it because you had a shortage of money, or because of a communication from above, so that we can be able to understand the same?
Or the replacements specifically?
The replacements, that one is clear.
We have never advertised for
recruitment.
Yeah, we have never advertised for that.
But you had said there was a communication.
We advertised
it the same
for replacements.
On replacement.
Yes.
Replacement. What was it?
We did the advert. They applied. We did the shortlisting of the Public Service Board. When we were to invite them for interview, there was a caveat that was given that the wage bill went higher because of the confirmation, and it was stopped at that level.
And the same as we are talking now, and the same prevent us from doing the replacement. The same communication.
I've said those who are on payroll now, their salaries are there. We'll just replace them automatically. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Just Chairman, just to help the member, when you advertised for replacement, wage bill in this county was at 44%. That is beyond 35%. And there was indeed a communication from CRA. They just concluded recruitment in health is not affected, and same to education in the next financial year, because we're trying to work on revenues so that we plug the gap. So I think we hopefully, let's hope by next financial year, we'll have revenues on an upward trajectory. What you can only do, CEO, and I want to request members,
because you are a receiver of the revenue. I know you made a phone call to me. Make that adjustment. We will be taking what those people have been paying because we need these revenues to help you recruit.
Thank you. I think the last question.
One last question. It's a point of concern. As you plan, what plans do you have for some specific wards who doesn't have their supervisor?
Thank you. There are about 6 wards without ward supervisors, and with this budget we are going to ensure that we get the supervisors for those wards. With the budget that we have in employment, we'll ensure that we have. There are only 6. Yeah.
Thank you very much. We have come to the conclusion of this session, and as we conclude, we will request you to submit to us the full documentation that we required, especially to prove that there is no pending bill. By sticking to the budget, you can also print out the budget, the work plans that we use to implement the projects, and the payments that you have made so far, and what is due to be paid in the year 2024-2025 financial year. Otherwise, we would like to say that this is an exemplary department. Keep it up so that we have our work being rolled out in a clear manner. And we also applaud the way you are supervising work, because the quality of ECDs is good. There's only a saying in Kiswahili that mgema akisifiwa tembo litia maji. So msiongeze maji kwa tembo kwa sababu tumewapatia sifa. Muendelee kufanya kazi nzuri, and we are hopefully going also to support you. If there's a department that members are also concerned and is dear to them, is the Department of Education. That's why you see how they were trying to react, especially the issue of teachers, ECD teachers, equipping of the ECDs and all those issues is dear to the members and also the people on the ground, because a young child is valuable to anyone. Otherwise, kindly submit all those requests.
Chairman, before we conclude, just one quick one. This is a general observation. I want to congratulate you for bringing sanity in a department that we had lost confidence and trust. Chairman, I want to be very sincere. There was a year last time when there was no development that was rolled out in the department because of youth pending bills. So apart from those small hiccups we have mentioned, you have really tried. Congratulations.
Okay. Thank you. Let me give CC to make final remarks so that we can close the meeting.
Okay. Thank you, honorable members, for inviting us for this discussion. And what you've asked for, we are going to fully ensure that we furnish this committee with that requirement or that assignment that you've given us. Otherwise, we also thank you very much for your support, and thank you for the comments that you make. Thank you for calling us and ensuring that asking or telling us when there is a problem, you always tell us. And also, I want to congratulate my team. They are really doing a good job. We are working as a team, and I really appreciate that. And we want to ensure that the quality of work, especially in our classrooms, our toilets, our workshops, we ensure that it is done well by supervising the contractors. We have a team that goes to supervise so that the quality of work is good. So I really appreciate the Assembly for even appropriating budget for our department. And I promise that we also do our work as we are mandated to. So thank you very much, and we really appreciate what you are doing.
And I appreciate my team also for what they are doing. Thank you very much.
So kindly present the documents by 8 a.m. in the morning on Friday.
Friday.
Yes. There being no other business, the meeting is adjourned until tomorrow 9:30 a.m. You are welcome to have a cup of tea.